Hey guys, today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys some more fall Dollar Tree DIYs that I created, but these have a apple kind of theme to them, and I'm also going to be sharing with you guys some buffalo check kind of decor pieces as well to go with the apple theme, because I feel like the buffalo check and the red of the apple and the green of the apple theme just goes great together. So the first DIY I'm going to share with you guys is how I made over these little mini crates that you can find right now at Dollar Tree in the Crafter Square section. Now because this is an apple theme, I am going to go for kind of like an apple, like kind of a red stain for these crates. So I'm going to take this flamingo red paint that I have on hand, and I'm going to get a little bit of water and I'm going to mix them together kind of to water down the red paint to kind of make it into a stain. And I'm using a soft brush that you can find at Dollar Tree. I don't want to use any stiff brushes because I barely want any of this paint to like go on it like paint. I just want it to seep into the wood so it can stain the wood like kind of like stain wood. So anyway, so you want to use a soft brush for that. You don't want to use anything with stiff bristles because you kind of want to move it onto your surfaces so it seeps through. And I did put a lot of the red paint only because a lot of times when you mix red paint with anything that's white or beige, it can turn out a little bit more on the pink side, because when you mix red and white it makes pink. So that's why I put a little bit more paint into my water, but you can play with it to see how much you want it, how much of a red stain you want your crates or whatever your DIY you want it to be. It depends on how much of red paint you want it. And I really wanted to have kind of like a reddish brownish stain to these crates to go with the apple theme, so I wanted a little bit more red than brown, so that's why I put a lot more paint on mine. And I actually got this idea from Bargain Bethany because she did remake some tier trays from the Target dollar spot last year, and she kind of did this technique. She started off with some red paint where she watered it down, and then she added her own stain at the top. But I'm not going to do that because I don't have stain on hand, and I didn't want to spend money to buy a whole pan of stain when I don't need it. So you'll see next what I'm going to do. I'm not going to use stain. I'm just going to take some brown paint and dilute it just like I did the red paint. And here's how the crates look with just one coat of the red. I didn't want to go too red. So now I'm going to go in and do the same technique, but I'm going to do it with a brown paint. And the brown paint that I used was called a nutmeg brown from Apple Barrel. And like I said, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the red paint. I'm going to mix it with some water to basically create a stain, and use the same type of brush and just brush it on to the crates. And for the brown one, I actually did 3 coats of this brown paint on top, and it all depends on how brown you want or how red you want your crate. So you kind of have to play with it with the style that you want it to go with it. I already saw that after the first coat of the red paint that was enough red that I needed. The red kind of seeps through a little bit more than the brown, especially since it's the first color. So I only needed 1 coat for the red. But when it came to the brown, I would do a coat and then I would see that it wasn't as brownish red as I wanted. So then I went in again, and it took me about 3 coats to get the brownish reddish look that I was going for. So again, it all depends on what you're going for, how you have to play it up. And you can basically do this with any colors that you want or any theme that you want. So I'm kind of glad that she had this idea and she did it with some tier trays, because I knew that when I did an apple theme, I wanted to do this kind of creation, kind of make a stain for these wood crates. It's not your normal stain. It's not your normal brown stain. It's not your normal tan stain. It's kind of like a reddish brown stain that goes great with the apple theme color. So I kind of like it. So again, depending on the look you're going for, you determine how much red and how much brown you want, but I would always be cautious about it, and just go darker if you need it, and then just do light strokes at first. But I'm just going back and forth with the brush, and like I said, until I get the color that I wanted. And it took me 3 coats of the brown stain to get the look that you see on the crates now. So here how the crates turned out after I got the 3 coats on them and they are fully dry, because they are darker before they do dry. Now of course, you know me, I always have to add some stains when I make a DIY. I always like to add some type of stains to my DIY. So of course I wanted to add some sayings to these crates. So I'm going to be using these rub-on transfers that you can find in the Crafter Square section at Dollar Tree. They got gold ones, they got these black ones, they got silver ones, they got all kinds, but I felt like this one was a little bit more farmhouse, so that's why I wanted to use this font, and I'm going to be putting it on the front of this crate. And what I put was farm fresh apples because I think that is so farmhouse, and I decided just to put on this one and not the other one because I didn't want to do too much writing, and I think it just came out so cute and so farmhouse. And this is how these little crates turned out, and to style them I just added some little apples that I think I found at the Target dollar spot or Dollar Tree a while back, and they look cute just on their own, just stacked on top of each other, but also they will look cute on top of a little tray with some apples on the side. And this little tray I also made with Dollar Tree products, so I'm gonna share with you guys how I made this tray, and I love the buffalo check with the apples. So to create this little buffalo check tray, I took this little kind of decor picture frame piece that I shared with you guys around Mother's Day holiday. They had a bunch of these little like decor signs that you can buy in the gift section part of the Mother's Day gift section, and I hauled to you guys about 6 of these because I told you these were great for DIYs because not only are they kind of like these 3D board pieces, but they come with this little picture frame thing on top that you can easily pop off. So I always felt like it was a twofer. It was a 2 DIYs that you can make in one. So I took that off, and I'm going to save that for later on. You guys are going to see that I'm going to make another DIY in this video with that little frame. Now this you can actually paint on the top if you would like, and make a tray this way and have the little buffalo check on the side and have it just all white on the top. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and just paint it white on the inside with some matte white paint, because I kind of wanted to make a tray where it had to, you know, where it has like you can put things inside, and then my my edges were all around it. But some people may just want to stand, so you might want to just flip it over and then have it to where it's just flat on top, and then, you know, the edges are on the side. But I kind of wanted, you know, my little indentions in so I could put the stuff inside it, kind of like a tray. So that's why I am choosing to paint the brown part instead of the white part. Now to make the feet on this little tray, I'm taking these cap assortments that I found at Walmart, and I believe it's like $1 something or $2 something, but it's not that much, and you get 8 pieces in here. You get 4 large ones that you guys have seen me use in my farmhouse style scale, which I'll share with you guys again in this video as well, because they're great to decorate the apple theme with. But you get 4 of those large kind of caps that you can use for any type of DIYs, and then you get 4 small ones, which I'm gonna be using for this little DIY tray that you're gonna see now. And so after I finished, you know, the paint was dry on my little tray, this is how it looked. And I also painted the little feet white to match, you know, the inside of the tray. And I'm just going to attach the little feet with my, you know, handy dandy glue gun. You can use any type of glue you want. If you want a tougher glue, go ahead and use it, but I find that it's okay to use the hot glue gun. I've been using it in the stand. It's still been sturdy for me, but if you want it for a longer period of time and want something a little bit more sturdy, then definitely just use E6000 or that adhesive glue that I shared with you guys that's from Dollar Tree, that's just like E6000, and a little bit of hot glue. But I'm just going to use a little hot glue to attach the feet to the bottom of this tray. And here's how the little mini tray looks on its own. And now I'm going to share with you guys what I did with that little frame that I took off of this kind of picture decor to go with the apple theme. So with this little frame piece that I had left over, I knew it would make a cute little sign for like this apple theme. So what I did was I just created my own little sign on PicMonkey that said apples 25 cents. And you can basically create your own sign, or there are so many that you can look on Google and download and resize them and you know, just use those. Or like I did myself, just create your own. You just got to change up the sizes, basically measure up your frame that you're using so that you know what size you need, reframe it, or actually create your own. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys want me to make this a free printable for you guys. I can actually make this kind of like a PDF file, and so I can make it to where you guys can have a link and, you know, click on it and get it free for yourself. If you guys actually want this one that I created, let me know down in the comments below, and then I'll put in the comments area so that you can have this as a free printable, because it was real easy to make. But if you guys want me to make it for you so you got the exact size of this frame, I will gladly do that for you guys. But yeah, I just did this one. I thought the wood grain of the background that I have, and you know, the apples spelled in black just go great with the white frame, and so that's why I went with this. So I just measured it out so that I can cut out the edges that I needed for it, to cut it to size. And then all I'm gonna do to attach it to my frame is use my hot glue gun. And you want to make sure that you cut it, you know, it's true to size, and you want to make sure that you line it up well, and look at it first before you glue it down so that you know you kind of lined it up well. And then once you know you've lined it up, put your hand there, hold it tight, and make sure that that spot does not move. So because when you glue it down, once you glue it down, you can't take it apart. I mean, you can with hot glue gun, but it's kind of hard. So make sure that everything is lined up the way you want it, and then you can always cut off the excess like I'm gonna do. Yep, that's all I did. And what I also did was I printed this on photo paper so that it's easy to dust and clean off as well whenever I'm cleaning and dusting, you know, the areas that I'm decorating. Definitely use the photo paper, or if you don't have any photo paper and you want to use regular paper or cardstock paper, you can always laminate it if you have a laminator, or you can use contact paper to laminate it, and that will be easy to wipe it off as well. And this is how my little apple sign came out, and as you can see, it looks good on its own with just like a little bit of apples on the side. But of course, I put it along with the other decor pieces that I created on this video, on this tier tray that I created actually last year, and I will put the link down below to the video of how I created this tier tray that I made last year. And I think the apples look perfect on them. It all goes together on this tier tray. I'm telling you, the buffalo check just looks so great with the red and the greens. Again, I'll put that video down below if you haven't seen it. Definitely check out that video to see how to make this tier tray with things from Dollar Tree products. And it just, I mean, I just love the way that this came out, just how it all paired together. Buffalo check is a thing that can go with a lot of stuff, but with these apples, it just looks perfect. And then I just used a Dollar Tree tin in the back that kind of is farmhouse, and filled it with apples as well. And all these apples I got at the Target dollar spot right now. They have like these bags full of apples for I believe like $1 or $2 or $3. And then also, this is another DIY that I created last year, which is a farmhouse scale where I decorated it with apples that looks great with the apple theme. Another scale I created last year, again, I used it to decorate with some green apples, but they also look great with the red apples as well. These two scales, I have them on my channel. I will put the link down below to both those videos. Definitely check those out because they go with the theme of the year. And then this little basket I created as well with Dollar Tree products, and again, it looks good with the apple theme and also with the pumpkins themes as well, so you can transition to the fall pumpkin themes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed creating this video. I love the apple theme. I've always loved it ever since I worked in the daycare and worked in the school. It always kicks off the fall for me and kicks off the school year. So the apple theme is something that I love just as much as the pumpkin theme. So I definitely wanted to create some DIYs for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely like this video if you enjoyed it and you want to see more videos like that. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the viewers that I've been getting and all the views and the likes that I've been getting. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Hey guys, don't forget to click on the picture in the middle of the screen so you can subscribe to my channel and get notifications on all the new videos that I put out. And check out these other 2 videos that I have posted on my channel on either side of my picture. Have a great day.